Shalom, all praises to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakal Quadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. This lesson is going to be the Lord will not, just coming from 1 Samuel chapter 12 verse 22, the Lord will not abandon his people. Okay, because you got men saying that you got people saying that the Lord's not dealing with and that's not just that's not just one body, and they used to be named one body in Yahweh Shai. It's not just them, it's also the these Christianity groups. They claim that the Lord is dealing with everybody now that repent and come with a repentant heart, but that's not true. Okay, we're going to show you in these scriptures. We'll make it quick. All right. First Samuel chapter 12 verse 22. The Lord will not abandon his people because that would dishonor his great name. For it has pleased the Lord to make you his very own people. Okay, let's get that. Get that on 1 second. 22. Okay, First Samuel chapter 12 verse 22. The Lord will not abandon his people because that would dishonor his great name. Correct. For it has pleased the Lord to make you his very own people. And that's in the NLT. Okay. Let's go back a couple because I had some other. Which one's it? Okay, so yeah, so I wanted to show this right here. Okay. That wasn't it. 1 second. Okay. All right. So right here, showing you this is the Lord's future reign. Okay. And it shows you up top. I'm thinking Micah chapter 4:1. We'll get that 1 through 5. Isaiah chapter 2 verse 1. This is a vision that Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Isaiah verse 2. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all. Okay, and that's talking about the Lord's people. All right, let's go in that. Okay, let's go in the Lord's mountain. All right.
Strong's H 2022. Her.
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 Her. A shortened form, a mountain, a range of hills, sometimes used figuratively. Hill country, mountain, no. Let me see. Hill, mountain, hill country. Let me see. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if we can get a preset for that. Hold on. Oh no, so it is Salakia, that's on me. Hill country. Mountain. Okay. It could sometimes use figuratively. Hill country. See the country right here, it could be it'll definitely be talking about Israel and all, but it could be talking about the people, then it could be talking about the place as well. It says in the Isaiah chapter 2 verse 2, in the last days the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all. So it's talking about the place, the most important place on earth, right? So it's talking about the place, Salakia. It will be raised above the other hills, and people from all over the world will stream there to worship. All right. Isaiah chapter 2 verse 3. people from many nations will come and say, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of Jacob's God, Jacob's power. There he will teach us his ways, and he will walk and we will walk in his paths. For the Lord's teaching will go out from Zion, his word will go out from Jerusalem. Okay. Verse 4. The Lord will mediate between nations and will settle international disputes. They will hammer their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will no longer fight against nation, nor train for war anymore. So this hasn't happened yet, man. This is future. This is future prophecy right here. All right. It says right here, the Lord's future reign. So let's focus on that. So it says, in the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all, the most important place on earth, and that's Israel, okay, and his people. It will be raised above the other hills, and people from all over the world will stream there to worship. Let's get the KJV real quick. Okay, in the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all, the most important place on earth. It will be raised above the other hills, and people from all over the world will stream there to worship. Oh, hold on, I gotta hit that, I think. Okay, I did. Sorry. So, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house, okay, shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. Right, other nations, not Israel. Israel going to be a light. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, okay, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, or slavery, and their spears into pruning hooks, slavery again, working. Nation shall not lift up sword against a nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So Israel's gonna, the Lord's gonna bring back the kingdom of Israel through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the Lord is definitely bringing back forth Jacob right here. Because who's going to be already following the Lord's law on this side right now? Okay, it's going to be the elect of Israel. Okay, the elect, the 144,000, the judges. And what is going on is that this is the start of the kingdom. All right, this is the start of the kingdom being the foundation being laid down through our apostles and elders and on down. You feel me? So the groundwork is already going on. All right, the kingdom. What is it called? The house, the church of. I want to say. How do I want to say? So pretty much the foundation is being laid right now. Okay, of course there's still war going on right now. And of course, people are not flowing unto us, following our law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us. But it's not for this time yet. Okay, we got some prophecies to come to end this thing out. But this is future prophecy right here. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the power of Jacob. Let's get this real quick. To the house of the power of Jacob. Let's get that real quick. Boom. Let me see.
Strong's H 3290. Yaakov.
Yaakov. Heal the holder or supplanter, son of Isaac, grandson of Abraham, the father of the 12 patriarchs of the tribes of Israel. Right. So when it says Jacob, the house of Jacob is ultimately the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? The chosen. Yeah. So the Lord has not done away with Israel, and ultimately will set Israel back up and rulership and power. Let's get Micah chapter 4:1. Micah chapter 4 verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. Verse 2. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Salaki. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. Rebuke strong nations, okay? So that's gonna have chastisements. That's gonna be put other nations into subjection under Israel. And nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts hath spoken it. Okay? Micah chapter 4 verse 5. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord our power forever and ever. Alright. Micah chapter 4 verse 6. In that day saith the Lord, will I assemble her that hateth, or that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. Right, that's Israel, okay? And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast off a strong nation, and the Lord shall reign over them, and Mount Zion for hold on. Let me make sure that's right. And that day saith the Lord, will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted, and I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation, and the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth forever and ever. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion, the kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Now why doest thou cry out aloud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail. Okay, so that's the Lord coming back to rule over Israel, to rule over all nations, but to put Israel above all nations. Okay, to put us back in righteous, put us back as a righteous nation. Okay, to rule over the people. Okay, Micah chapter 4 verse 9. Now why doest thou cry out aloud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There shall thou be delivered, talking about Israel, okay? There shalt thou be delivered, there the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemies, okay? So, Micah chapter 4, verse 11. Now also many nations are gathered against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. Verse 12, but they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheavens into the floor. Right. Arise and thresh. The verse 13, arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion. For I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt bear in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. Right. So the Lord's gonna put his people back in power. So he still loves Israel. He has not done away with Israel. So that's some scriptures for you right there. Okay, and it shall come, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2. Shall come to pass in the last day, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established. Okay, we read that already. All right, so Israel is not cast off. Okay, Israel is not without a Lord, a power. Okay, we still have Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom, one praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakudash. This just proves that these things, because it said the nations that learn war no more, right? So are they still war going on? Yes, war is still going on. The World War III still has to come to pass. So when Isaiah was prophesying, that was a future kingdom. He was prophesying the Yahweh's future kingdom to come, which Yahweh is going to set up in the righteous order. He's going to set up the nation of Israel in power. Okay, and we're going to rule over the other nations, and that's how it's going to go. And they're going to flow into us without having a choice. Okay, because they're not going to want to do it. They're not going to want to do it. We have to beat them to do it, but they're going to ultimately, years going to go past. They're going to ultimately flow into it. Well, they're already going to flow into us from the beginning, but they, talking times forward, they're going to, begin to settle in their ways that we teach them. Okay, the ways that we taught them from the Lord Yahweh Shah, law, statutes, commandments that we practicing now, they are soon to follow those things. That's why I said we shall flow into the house of the Lord and follow his ways. All right, so that's what's going to happen. So if they're going to follow our ways, how is the Lord don't love us anymore? Okay, that's going to be the nation of Israel ruling over these other nations. So with that, shalom.